I'm Patrick Garcia.
And I'm Mateus de Moraes.
This is Horizon Season 2, Episode 3, and we'll be covering the following topics.
The soccer team being back in action and better than ever. The new Multimedia Room, and all about the cafeteria.
Let's get right into it.
The soccer team is back in action and are very excited to be back.
I know that the team is really excited to be back, especially to play with no masks and to have a full season. Just a year and a half ago, the girls' season was canceled fully, and so the fact that we're back to playing a full season is a lot of fun.
After the lockdown, all sports and extracurricular activities were shut down, leaving most kids hanging. But recently, seasonal sports have been brought back fully without COVID restrictions, and the boys soccer team coach feels excited as well.
I know that our team is very happy to be back from lockdown. Last year we had social distancing, they had to wear masks at practice and every single game, and so it's nice to be back this season without the masks on, having a full schedule, and we have our third team back as well. So I know that the whole team is excited to be back.
Though he tells me he's been having some problems.
The biggest challenge we've had is keeping players fit and finding enough players to maintain our 3 programs because the pandemic really affected who came out and everything. And so the biggest challenge has just been numbers. But we're lucky. We have a full JV, we have a full varsity, we have a full third team this year, whereas some other schools that we play against are struggling with their numbers. So we lucked out that way.
Seasonal sports are back in full force, and you don't want to miss it.
They seem like they have improved from last year.
Yeah, it's awesome to see them back this year.
Now our next topic is about the brand new Multimedia Room.
Let's get to it.
Everyone has been wondering what happened to the library. Well, the library turned into a multimedia room.
It was outdated. That was probably never been renovated since the school was built, so it was outdated. Outdated with books, outdated with furniture, just outdated.
I heard Mr. Thomas about how he wanted the room to look like.
So there's going to be 2 multi-purpose conference rooms in there, and then some mobile furniture that can be arranged in different ways depending upon how we're using the space.
You hear that? We're going to have 2 conference rooms. He had been planning this for a while now, how he wanted to change the library.
We've been planning this for a few years, but because of the cost of the space and having to go out for bid and stuff, we've been actually talking about doing this for 2 or 3 years.
Due to COVID and generational differences, he noticed that people weren't really checking out books anymore. Everything is on devices now.
Well, since we went to almost a virtual format, we're forced to through COVID, we realized that students don't really check out books anymore in the library, that almost all the resources can be right here on a device. So there will be some books in there, but we've way reduced the numbers of books, and we just need spaces where students can go in there and collaborate and work off of their devices. That they don't need a physical textbook.
He wants the students to come in and use it as often as they can to do their work, like clubs, shops, host of BPA and classes as well. Mr. Thomas explains some of the ways teachers can use the multimedia room.
It could be for a general thing, it could be for students in a club like Skills USA or host or BPA to go in there and meet, or for ELA class or a particular career area like digital media or cosmetology. So all of those. It could be, or your shop teacher could ask to use it from 2 to 3, or your ELA teacher could say, we're doing a Socratic seminar and we're going to use the media center so you guys can work in a group on that.
The room isn't set up just yet. He said the delivery would come in mid-October. So for now, we'll just wait patiently for the new multimedia room to be used.
The furniture has been ordered, but because of COVID, lots of things are running behind. We anticipated delivery mid-October when it was originally going to be early September.
Wow, the new multimedia room looks nice.
Sure does. Now for our final topic, we'll be talking about the cafeteria.
Everyone knows what teachers and administrators do at school, but not the cafeteria workers. Here's Ms. Jackson to talk about her role.
I am the nutrition specialist for the entire school district here. I work in the cafeteria.
According to Ms. Jackson, it's been difficult to work with the menus due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
We try to freshen up our menus all the time. Right now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, it's been very challenging. There are a lot of food shortages and driver shortages and manufacturing shortages due to the pandemic, and so this has probably been the time that we've changed our menu the least, just because food is in limited supply, and so what's available from our vendors is what we have to use. And so we haven't been testing out new things as much as possible, as normally possible, because of those challenges.
Ms. Jackson shares some of the challenges they face with the menus due to the rules they must follow.
The United States Department of Agriculture really regulates what we can and cannot use in the school cafeteria. We have a lot of rules and regulations that we have to follow because that's where a lot of the funding comes for our program. And so our menu is kind of built around the 5 components: meat, grain, fruit, vegetable, and milk. Then we pick items that are available from our vendors, and we talk with students.
COVID-19 has brought back setbacks. The cafeteria still manages to do and add fun things to our school menu.
We used to do, like I said, not a lot during the COVID-19 pandemic, but we like to get out in the cafeteria and do taste tests, have students pick this one or that one, things like that. We have food shows that we go to find new products.
The cafeteria and its workers talk with parents and students who worry about the school lunch.
I think probably the biggest, complaint is that as parents or students feeling like they're not sure if it's healthy or not. But most of our products are low sodium, they're whole grain, and we definitely take taste into consideration and kind of try and find a product that will meet all of those requirements. I always try to challenge people to try it and let us know if you don't like it. We always want to have feedback so that if something's not good, we can take it off of the menu.
Ms. Jackson has a lot on her plate, no pun intended, along with other cafeteria workers where they try to satisfy students along with following regulations.
Wow, Pat, I didn't know that much went to the school lunches.
That's really interesting. That's a lot more than I expected. All right, that's going to wrap it up.
Catch us on the next episode on Horizon. If you would like for us to cover a story, please contact Dr. Abel and Mr. Bressler.